Random live with Dylan and Brian with special guests too. Random chat and clouds are best. Yeeting all over the place, that's what we do. So get up and tune in, because we are the ones. Random live with Butter and friends. Let's go.
Holy shit, we're live. Ah, fuck, my camera got frozen again, you sons of bitches. How's it going, you fancy... Hi. So how's it going, you fancy sons of bitches?
We got Neil Pitts in the audience.
Yes, and we got Mr. Brett Whitney, who's obviously on the panel tonight, or today, also in chat. But the one thing I can never get, and Jim, maybe you can answer this, who the fuck is that Butter Squad?
I don't know, but he's the next on the hit list. And when I say hit list, I mean to arrest, not to execute.
And we got Mr. Vaping Snowman in chat as well.
Yep. How we doing, Mr. Snowman?
So, gentlemen, how we been doing this week?
Still upright and sucking wind. That's about it.
I mean, except for the Charlie Kirk thing and the, I mean, there's a few things that have happened that are bad, but I've been all right.
Yeah, I think that Charlie Kirk thing took the world by storm. Somebody was telling me now it's like the whole Civil War. People trying to figure out.
I'm not so much worried about Civil War. It's going to create repercussions that nobody can foresee right now.
Right.
Maybe you can. Maybe I can. The idiots can.
Right, but some of the people nowadays are sitting there saying now some of the people, since they're all afraid of since that thing happened, they can't justify what's good versus evil.
Well, I'm not afraid. I think we all got to be vigilant now, because this right here is probably going to get somebody shot in another city. I'm not scared where I live. I live in a pretty conservative area, but I just hope we stand vigilant. The Republican Party needs to not react. Swallow your emotions. I want to burn the fucking world down too, but we can't break now. We have to stand stronger, bigger, better. All right, they took our guy. They didn't take the war. He had an army. We will put another general up.
Right, but here's my question, Jim. Say you were running for office, right? And you had your wife, daughter, and another child there. Why the hell would you want to shoot somebody who's running for office? Say for example, Brett was on. Same thing happened. Brett was on top of the roof, shot you right in front of your wife and kids, broad daylight. What the fuck are you doing? And again, YouTube don't age restrict me for this shit. What will possess you to want to exactly kill somebody in broad daylight in front of their family?
But that's the thing we're trying to point out. These people have a mental problem. It's not a preference. They weren't born this way. They have a problem. Exactly. I have no problem with your personal preference until it starts affecting others' lives. Drinking and driving affects my life. I don't care that you drink. I don't care what car you drive. We do the two together because that affects my life.
Right.
Now, these people, they honestly, I will guarantee this kid who perpetrated this heinous crime was convinced he was right. He is convinced that he was on the side of justice and that this man needed to go down.
Yep. So far, what we know is his mother works high up with handicapped people.
Right.
And his dad's a 27-year retired high up in the police department. And that they found out, I mean, from whatever they broke down the fucking the format that he was talking on, but he's been radicalized by Antifa.
Yeah.
Sure.
But now, did you see the family, the parents?
No.
I just heard this right before I came on.
I just wonder, because being Democrat's not bad, but if you were raised Democrat at that age, you were automatically indoctrinated. You know
Right.
what I'm saying?
Sure.
All I know is that either I think sometime
His dad.
yesterday in the afternoon or this morning, a special report popped up saying that they caught the dude. They said that Trump had an interview someplace, and
Yeah, he was on
he said,
Fox News this morning.
he caught the guy, but they didn't know what his name or age was until.
And I think he did that so they would have to tell us they caught him.
Yep,
I
Yep.
think that's why
Yep.
Trump let that go on the news.
that's what I'm thinking too.
Because when he was being interviewed, he said, "Wow, I found out walking into this studio that they caught somebody.
Yeah,
My
exactly.
guy gave me the thumbs up and said it looks good."
And then that's when they said in the newsroom that Trump didn't find out until 5 minutes before he walked out.
I think the kid knew he was fucked, but he told his dad, and his dad turned him in.
Yeah, his dad turned him in. His roommate gave him the stuff off his computer and shit.
Yep.
Ah, right on.
Yeah, talking about leaving, picking up the gun. He left it in the towel.
Oh wow.
Yeah, I mean, pretty damning evidence.
Damn right.
Right, but the thing that even got me more pissed off is the fact that this kid drops it in the woods.
Well, yeah, I mean, you got to drop your weapon if you're going to make a quick getaway and not look suspicious. Because he
Yeah.
changed his clothes on the roof too.
Yeah, he did. I didn't peep it until last minute. He had completely different clothes on than what they caught him in.
I'm just glad they're careless and stupid.
Yeah, because now if they do the crime now if they commit the crime now they got to do the time.
Yeah, but he needs to do a special time. I didn't want him killed in a shootout. I didn't want a vigilante to kill him.
Right.
I want him to suffer. This needs to hurt. Not because it was Charlie Kirk, but because of what motivated it.
Right.
We cannot coexist this way. One
Right.
side is going to have to go if
Exactly.
we continue this way.
Yep.
We used to be back in the 60s, 70s. The hippies were the biggest threat. My God, now look what we got.
Yeah.
Now we just got a bunch of millennials doing stupid shit.
Well, it's like the FBI. They told me to be patient. Now, this was after I got shot at. And that was definitely political violence. But there were so many people out there that are a little loony that shouldn't be out on the street. And it doesn't matter, like you said, Jim, whether you're a Democrat or Republican, political violence shouldn't exist.
Exactly. We should be able to disagree. As simple
Right.
as I like peanut butter and jelly and you like ham and cheese. We should be able to disagree on something that simple.
Exactly. It's also like saying, Jim, the gentlemen that are older than you, like for example my father or JT, they like eating peanut butter and marshmallows together.
Right.
That's a flip on it.
Yeah.
What's wrong with you boys?
What an
Or
analogy.
like some of the younger generation, they like eating peanut butter and bananas.
That's over.
Actually,
What the fuck's wrong with you boys?
Listen, I love
That's
eating
old
peanut
school,
butter
bro.
and bananas.
peanut butter and marshmallow on a sandwich is really good, though.
That's a flip on it.
I can't stand fluff.
That's
I
old
can't.
school too, Dylan.
I can't stand
That
fluff.
marshmallow fluff shit they put on. I don't know.
There you go.
Okay.
I never ate that, but a lot of people grew up eating that.
I'll challenge you though. Try banana and mayonnaise on white bread.
I've done that. I've tried it on
I don't
rye
think I
toast.
can do that.
I swear
I
to
couldn't do
God.
that.
I swear to God, Brian. Your mouth will want to just leave you. What the fuck you do to me? It shouldn't taste good. Them two tastes should not Miracle Whip. It's got to be mayonnaise.
Yeah.
No, it's like that Rice Krispie and cream cheese thing that you was telling me about.
Yeah, some flavors. Well, up here, Allen's Coffee Brandy is the drink of Maine. I mean, that's our national drink. But if you mix that with orange juice, it sounds nasty, but it tastes just like a Tootsie Roll.
Yeah. Yeah.
Coffee brandy and orange juice. Go figure. I'm looking at Brett because Brett's a mixer and he goes, "No, can't happen that way."
Right.
My grandmother on my mom's side used to mix that together, and it's actually pretty good. It really is. Jim, you're old enough to remember Rock and Rye. So are you, Brett. Remember the Irish whiskey drink called Rock and Rye that had the fruit in it?
Yeah, I was never a big fan of fruity or sweet drinks. Oh my God, I was instant sick. Oh God,
Yeah.
you can have 2 drinks, mixed that's sweet, and I'm sick the next day. I don't know what it is.
The only thing I really hate on a sandwich is Marmite. You ever have Marmite?
I've had it,
I
and
know what you're talking about. I've never had that.
I wanted
That's
to
like
hate it.
Vegemite, the same thing, you know.
Yeah, I wanted to hate it.
disgusting.
It's not horrid, but I wouldn't buy it.
No. It's just not something for my palate, you know.
Yeah,
Oh, yeah.
But again, we didn't grow up with it either. I mean, it's like
I do
Yeah,
have
that's-
something that would bring both parties together against political violence. Red, white, and blue.
man,
Blue ribbon.
Right on, man. Right on.
I swear
That's
to
an
God,
American
man, grab a
standard beer.
roll a joint, let's sit on the porch and talk, dude.
Yes.
Yeah.
All right, but gentlemen, I think it's that time. I think it's time to get into the buffets. Let's start off with Jim because I know he's an easy one with his bacon.
I've only got the one in reach right now, just my Blaze on top of the guava. I do have the sand over there, but I left it on the desk when I got home. Go ahead, Brett.
Brett, you're up next.
Okay, man. I got the Minikin 3 with the Barrage. Inside that, I got some Baja Blast.
Ooh.
And I got the Top Gear mod with the Blaze Dual. And in that, I got some Banana Cream. And some old school vapors will remember this. Brand new out of the box. The DNA 250 straight out of Flawless. The Tug Life.
Oh, yeah.
That's a sexy little mod too.
Yeah, with the new Blaze Solo RTA, and in that I have a blueberry cream. I couldn't resist tasting it. All right, then we got the K-Fun Prime on the ZQ Ascent, and in that I got some iced strawberry kiwi. Then I got the fucking the box from Skatua.
That's a
And
heavy
then
hit.
I got the Mob 2. And in there is some Local Rain. And then I got the Stubby Monarch with the Blaze in that. And it has some Straw Nana. And that's actually, I got one more. Some MTL. Got the MTL coil and the old school and Orion.
Oh, wow.
And I got some banana leaf in there, 12 milligram, tasting pretty good. And I will pass it to Brian.
Alrighty. Well, I'm trying out the new Control Macro 2 bridge in the Sunbox B5 with the Dicodes DNA or Dicodes chipset, the Stream V3. In there, I've got my own DIY Skittles. That's pretty good. Got the billet box. Follow up with that. And I've got my own Blackberry blend in there, and I'm using the Odd Job version 1 RBA in there. Follow that up. Got my trusty old Dovpo MVV2 variable voltage mod with the District 5 Cosmonaut version 2 RDA on there.
Hell
And then
yeah.
I've got a cherry blend that I did. Follow that up. I got my ever trusty and my favorite mod, the Rebel Vape DNA 250C. Look at that spade on there. That's pretty nice.
That is
I got a-
pretty good.
I got a Squape Enduro tank on there with the Ultimate Extension Kit, so it holds about 15 mils of juice. And that I've got a lemon lime mix. And I didn't have enough time to wick it, but I've got the Goon LP on the Las Vegas Thelema. And with the DNA 250C, I'm going to put a new wick in there. A lot of people don't like this because they can't really set the coils right. But if you stay within a 2.5 millimeter ID coil and you drop them down right to where the airflow is, that's a hell of a flavorful vape, that's for sure. And they also give you the squonk pin in there if you want to squonk with it. I will now pass it on to Mr. Dillon.
Mr. Meatball the Kid.
Yep.
Of course, I got the billet box, and I'm pulling the gym. Billet box, the Wicked Alpha. That has, if I can put the door back on because I'm doing this shit one-handed. That has some North End, which is a strawberry cannoli. And of course,
Well, you
drink
do
of
remind me
choice.
of the north end of a southbound move.
But drink of choice, of course, coffee. And no, it's not pumpkin spice.
Oh, almost forgot. I'm still on my tin here of the Zone 6 milligram dragon fruit pouch. This is my fourth can in the last month, and I'll tell you what, that dragon fruit is really something. Very tasty.
Really?
Ooh, let's say what's up to some more people. We got Mr. Darren D. We got somebody by the name of Advocate for Boobies in chat.
Yeah, he was in last night on my channel. I thought it was one of you guys.
No, it's not. And
Well,
then,
Shout out
aboard.
to Cheryl. Cheryl's
Yeah,
joined us.
and then we
I'm
got
glad you
Brett's,
got the package there, Cheryl.
yes, and we got Brett's alias, Tammy Whitney.
Cheryl, did you like what I sent you?
Also, we got Mr. Andy C from Simon's show on here in chat too.
Yep.
So, but Darren, how are you liking that one flavor that you got, which is a honeydew fruit salad by Mr. Stevie Marquez?
Keto friendly.
Keto friendly. But yeah, Jim, ever since I met Brett in person, he's like, listen, I made you an all-mint one. It's keto friendly. He's like, it's part of your Nutrisystem diet. So politic-wise,
Nutrisystem.
oh yeah, politic-wise, big brother, I think you hit the nail right on the head with that shit, with what we were talking about before.
Explain detail. I mean, go into detail, Dylan, so the crowd here will know what the fuck you're talking about.
With that fucking killing of Charles, I already forgot his last name.
Charlie Kirk.
Him, Charlie Kirk.
Charles III, Mackenzie. Is that who you're talking about?
No, Kirk.
I'm just fucking with you, man.
No, but yeah, Jim, you hit the nail right on the fucking head with this shit. You know, dude has complete mental illnesses with everything, you know. But nobody's still gonna know why the hell he did it and everything. And speaking of Mr. Simon, what's going on, Mr. Simon?
There's Simon. How we doing, Simon?
Hey, Simon. I'm assuming Simon's 762.
Yes, sir. But Jim, now with Mr. Trump announcing that the guy's been caught, what do you think now Trump's gonna do?
I don't know, but I know I would like him to declare the left wing, not Democrats, but the left
Right.
wing, a terrorist organization.
That's probably what it is. But with the guy who killed Charlie Kirk, I think he should get life sentence, if not, you know. And
They're going for the death penalty. I'm pretty sure.
That's where I was also leading up with that.
But I just want to know what they would have done if we'd have offed Hillary or Kamala. What would they have done? What if it was Obama?
Right.
They would be burning the cities now. Right now,
Oh,
they,
yeah.
they would have been on fire last night. They would have been in the street.
Brother, that's what they tried doing during fucking Trump's first office, or if you remember, with all those riots and protests. And
Right, but that's what I'm
like
saying. I
that.
mean, here they are. They took the breath out of this man in cold blood.
Right.
But nothing more than his opinion.
Right in the jugular, too.
So, what would they have done if that was us? Again, like when Trump was shot, did you
Right.
see how the crowd handled themselves? How they
Yeah.
reacted? How they followed direction? Nobody panicked. Nobody screamed.
Yep.
Nobody trampled anybody. Did you see how they acted yesterday?
Oh, it was a
That
mess.
was empty. That quad was empty in 20 seconds. They were screaming, running, except for that one idiot standing there celebrating.
You already know there's gonna be idiots
That's
like
just.
that.
But this morning, when they confronted him about it, oh no, I was just trying to distract the shooter. With a big old smile on your face, yeah, right.
Brother, people, and I hate to use the hard R word that Mark says we can't use on YouTube, but these people are complete utter retards. We're just sitting there
No,
saying,
because a retard has a problem and can't help it and can learn. These people will not learn. You cannot convince these people that violence is wrong. I can convince somebody that's got a mental illness that violence is wrong. I know because when I worked at Walmart, I handled the special needs people.
right?
And they're not what I mean. Yeah, they got issues. Yeah, they might shove a crayon up their nose, but they learn. They're not
Right.
evil. These people are evil.
Right.
Who in the world? Who in the world is YouTube police?
Freeze.
Somebody's just trying to get on the Mexican.
Hands up!
What? Oh, wait a minute! I'm going to get shot. I haven't had one cop answer me on that. What are you going to do if you looked at me and said, "Put your hands in the air"? You're going to shoot me.
Yeah, because the police are only gonna see the one.
They
the
don't
one hand.
know me, you know.
Right. No, but yeah, that whole thing is just ridiculous. You can't sit there and lie to people saying, "Oh yeah, I'm just sitting there trying to distract the what's it called, the shooter or whatever." Lied because you have a big old grin on your face.
Yeah, did you see that guy, that blonde haired dude, jump up like?
Yeah.
That was some weird shit.
He tried to say he was doing that to distract the shooter.
Oh yeah.
Because everybody's getting tired. Everybody that posted, celebrations about this, there's repercussions. There's consequences.
Oh yeah.
And I saw something about yesterday. They were talking about hand signals the dude was doing. Did they?
I didn't hear that.
I didn't hear anything about that.
Yeah, they were showing some kind of hand signals where they didn't think he was alone.
Oh, I don't think he did it alone.
Like,
he probably was involved with others.
This is earlier. There was some shit. You know how they go back through all the footage of everything?
Yeah. No, I wouldn't doubt that a bit. I didn't hear that though. No.
I know one thing they're going to do with them. They're going to put them in solitary confinement.
For now, that's the best thing to do.
Yeah.
Let's try him. Let's find him guilty. And then he goes to GP. With the express order, you can hurt him but not kill him.
Yeah. Yeah, because you know what's going to happen when he gets in prison. Somebody's going to take him out.
Oh yeah, one way or another, dude.
But at the end of the day, all right, he's no worse than, I guess, an average murderer.
Yeah.
We can't let him, again, we can't let emotions, we can't let that guide us because now we're sounding like them.
Right.
My brother showed me, I can't remember the puppet's name, but it's on YouTube. But this guy goes through the park with a puppet and he asks people, political questions and why he's still alive, I don't know. But every one of them, he gets to the point where if you had a room full of Trump supporters and nobody knew and you could just press a button and they were all dead, would you? Oh yeah. And then the puppet will go, and you're the good guys? But every one of them think that we need to be wiped out. They don't think that there's any way to coexist. There's no way to get along.
There's really not.
But in our minds, I really don't care what you do as long as you leave me out of it.
Right.
When you see me in the store and I call you sir and you happen to identify as a woman, don't get bent out of shape at me. Because for me to call you what I think you are, for me to say sir to you, that's all. That is the most respect I can pay you until I know you.
Yeah.
Exactly. Like somebody was telling me, with the world the way it is and how it was, it's a dog eat dog world.
That it is.
But I'm just done with this. You offended me, bullshit. You didn't do this right. You didn't do that right. But you don't know me. What if in my world playing your little game is an insult to me? I will let you play your little game. I'm not going to interfere with you, but don't bring me into it.
Good one.
Oh, the biggest thing is just finding out the reason why he did it.
Yeah, that's
Yeah.
what I wanted. That's why I was so afraid they were going to gun him down in a shootout or he'd shoot himself.
There's a lot of lunatics out there, that's for sure.
Brother, you're not wrong about that.
And you don't know what people are thinking, whether it's politics or not. You got to agree to disagree. You don't carry it to the level of violence. That's just a little
Well, that's
ridiculous.
it. At the end of the day, you're still 22 years old and you still know you don't pull a trigger.
Right.
I don't care how I don't care who touched your pee-pee when you were a kid. I don't care how bad your mother yelled at you. You're 22 years old. You know better.
Exactly.
Yep.
But then again, Jim, it's the same if the roles were reversed. If it was a female, if a specific female is going around saying, "Oh well, this person touched me when I was younger," well, why didn't you fucking report it? Why didn't you do this, that, and the third, or whatever else? That way, people could have helped you.
Because she didn't know she was raped until the check bounced.
Exactly.
Now, he's 22. Did he actually go to that university?
I don't know.
I think so.
Yes, he did.
Did he?
On a scholarship. Where he's from is like 260 miles away, they said. I was watching some shit right before I came on here.
Huh.
And
A lot more
gentlemen, no, I
people.
did not. Thank you.
The whole story there is just kind of bizarre when you
Right.
think about it.
It is. But again, it's the government we're dealing with. It's the FBI. We're not going to know the whole story.
Right.
Ugh. But then again,
Oh,
even if it was the CIA too.
But we also got Trump. We also got Crowder, and we also got Tim Pool's been pretty active. The leak of where they found the gun and the bullets yesterday. The leak from the ATF went to Crowder, and the leaking agent said he did it because I didn't want it to get covered up. I didn't want it to get buried. So he leaked that. So we got people like this. We got Trump that ain't gonna let this rest. Because I think he did that on purpose this morning on the news.
That's exactly what it was. It was on purpose.
They got somebody that looks good, so they couldn't hide it. They couldn't drag their feet. No. You can say what you want. Trump's a lot of things, but I still think he's the right choice.
Yeah, that in one group that I'm in, everybody's saying that Trump's another hard R word, which I can't say. They're saying he's a hard P word, which I can't say. Jim, I will tell you all this.
Okay, but I need these people. I prayed for the day I find somebody that will sit down and talk to me, not scream at me, not use buzzwords. But okay, you think he's a pee-pee toucher? Explain to me why. Show me the proof. I have proof. I can get on YouTube right now and in 20 minutes put a montage together of Biden.
Exactly.
You know what I'm saying? At any point, I can put a montage together of the shootings. Where do you think they lean?
Right.
What is your proof?
Right, but that's the point I'm getting to. You and I know he's a good president with the way.
I'm not saying he's a good person. He's a man.
No, I said
he's
president.
a businessman and he's a billionaire. He's got to be a scumbag.
But we already know the majority of these people that are saying this proof that they have this proof. Where is it? Does anybody get? Because anybody can. Go ahead, Brett.
You said on the other group you're on, is it the Antifa group?
Hey, listen, last I heard, you're a part of that.
No, he joined that new gym. Is.
That is messed up.
They wear black workout uniforms. And they scream a lot. La, 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 la.
The fuck, racist? No, but freaking, I had people who voted for Trump in the group this group I'm in, and other people don't like it. It's like, okay, if you don't like the fact that one person's decision of voting for Trump, and you want to sit there and claim he's this, that, and the third, where's your proof to back it up? And it's like, okay, yeah, you can say all this, but the people I know who actually support Trump's beliefs as president know otherwise.
Okay, I'll get it.
Jim, I know you're not high enough for this shit.
No, I'm not really. But did you see Bondi and RFK talking about vapes yesterday?
I missed that.
Oh yeah.
They did a big seizure on illegal vapes that got smuggled in from China.
So that would be just all like what, disposables and shit?
Yeah, mainly disposables. Yeah.
Which we already know, the majority of these stores are gonna fucking sell them anyway. Still.
Yeah. But
you got to remember when they do these raids, they're raiding things that weren't declared coming into the country.
That's exactly what it is. The smuggled stuff that bypass customs, that bypass. Yeah. But then again, if you're smuggling it in, is it authentic or is it a clone? And if it comes from China, nothing is beyond them. They are ruthless and merciless.
I think the last time me and Brett did a show with Cheryl, Neil was talking about how he ordered something from China. It was sitting in fucking LA for since May.
Oh yeah, Neil, did you get that?
Or July or even August. And Hanky, I never said I wanted to fight you. Thank you.
Although I would like the job to sit there at the airport and scan the mail.
Well, you got to remember when the stuff goes through customs, which it's going to hit if it's up in New Jersey, that's where the customs entry point is. They're going to check all those containers. And sometimes they'll let it pass through, not knowing what's really in the containers. But there's other times they're starting to crack down a lot because they're opening up boxes and going to say, wait a minute, this wasn't on the manifest. What do we got here? And that's when they tag and bag all that stuff and they put it in the trash.
Right, but some of the times, Brian, because I know my stuff when I ordered from China, it went from China to the California area, and then from there it traveled all the way up to New Jersey and then New York.
Yeah, on that the FDA bust on the Midwest wholesale or whatever for the whole middle of the United States. Mark was talking about that, saying the FDA people talked, and they said that they know how they're fucking somehow getting it to a port, then it's getting moved somewhere else, then coming in, and they're hip on what the fuck they're doing, what China's doing. They said they're going to California next.
My father just said, just don't call the post office looking for it. They don't like that.
Well, the biggest thing is, as long as that stuff is declared on the manifest when it's coming into the country, you won't have a problem. But now the biggest problem they're going to have is, was it PMTA approved?
No.
Right. And that's how they're going to get away with snagging it.
But that's why you got to declare it, so they can look at it. Just because I declare a bottle of liquor don't mean it's still legal in the United States.
Right.
I can guarantee you, every single mod we all own, everyone on this panel, including the people in chat, we all own, was PMTA approved.
What? Did you just say every mod we own?
Mods.
That's not fucking PMTA approved, bro.
I don't have any PMTA approved.
Hell no. Yeah, only the 20, 23 products or whatever. That's the only thing that's PMTA approved.
Yeah,
bro. None of this shit. Zero. what Neil said, man, they're also going after e-juice. It's not PMTA approved.
Right.
Wait, so
Yeah,
that
because you
also
got to figure the people with the big bucks that are getting approved, like Jewel and stuff from Meltra, they're going to make sure all that other stuff is taken away.
wait, does that even
Because
mean like juice that like DIYers make too?
No, they
No.
can't do anything about DIY yet. I don't know how they would.
Okay, because I normally get all my juice from either Brett or Stevie.
Now, the only thing they could really screw with DIY would be the nicotine situation.
yeah.
Then again, people like us, we're in the business. We've been vaping for a while. I got connections. So we all have access to somebody that knows somebody that knows somebody that's got a wholesale license,
Right.
So, I could probably get it if I need it. Right now, I can order it. I have it sent to somebody. They send it back to me. Because Maine won't let me have it. But
Right.
A, they go after nicotine, or B, which it also fucks shit up, is in certain ways if they went after shipping.
yes. But the flavoring and the PGVG would be hard to regulate because it's used so many other products.
Right.
Yep.
Yeah, I thought they were
China-
going to go after the shipping a long time ago, where we could still buy it from places, but you had to be face to face, buy it direct, not fucking shipped through the fucking mail.
Oh yeah, shout out to
I talked to places years ago, like I talked to places, but yeah, because dude, they weren't even sure. No one was sure years ago how the shit was going to play out. Especially when, as soon as they started that PACT Act shit,
wasn't that PACT Act shit like what 2016 or some shit like that?
No, it was.
No, they started working on introducing the legislation around 2018, mid.
Because I know there was some shit that happened in 2016 or some shit like that.
It was right before. It was like a 700-page fucking end of the year bill that Trump signed, and that shit was hidden in there about the PACT Act.
Oh, okay.
There was all kinds of weird fucking shit in there, and they had only a few hours to look at it. They didn't even have time to go over the whole thing. That's something that I know a while back Marjorie Taylor Greene was really going after.
Right.
It doesn't matter if you're left, right, or anything. Dude, if they're going to vote on some shit, they should know what the hell they're voting on.
Huge shout out to KVR.
Goddamn multiple 100-page bill where you got a few hours to look at it.
But Simon made a good point.
Doesn't that make you ask yourself, why isn't it a thing that one bill, one vote?
Yeah.
Right.
Why is it? I know we don't do it, and I know the why they fight for it. I know the reason about it, but why isn't it a thing? That's common freaking sense.
Yeah.
Hey, we want a stoplight on Main Street. Yes or no? Not we. If you get the stoplight, we have to have a homeless shelter. Plus, the school needs a roof. And no.
Yeah.
Doesn't take much time to go. Yeah.
Dylan.
Huge shout out to KVR and Mick, who just even Hanky Panky, who came into chat.
Simon brought up a good point.
Neil. Oh, go ahead, Brian.
Simon brought up a good point. He said at least Trump gets things done. And their Starmer over there just sacked the American ambassador. I'm not sure of the whole scope of that story, but that's kind of odd.
Yeah.
Yeah, something that Neil said that's a fact. See, August 7th, I believe, 2016, that's when they deemed this a tobacco product. So anything after that falls under the PMTA. Anything prior to that is like grandfathered in. That's how it works.
But anything before 2018 or so hasn't been approved. It might be required to be approved.
Now, anything after that date.
Yeah.
I was trying to get a juice company on books rolling by that date years ago, back then in 2016. And it was too close a time, just couldn't do it. Dude, I'll tell you this, if I would have been a few years prior and got that going, and let's say done good, and I would have had all this money, I would have invested all kinds of money, probably even getting loans, into fucking doing all the testing to have this shit go through the PMTA process, and I would have fucking lost my ass.
Yep.
Like a lot of American
Yep.
companies did. They spent millions of fucking dollars, and the FDA didn't even look at their shit. Just fucked them over.
Well, Neil Pitts brought up a good point too. They're starting to watch the Facebook groups.
Yeah, now they
So
are.
anybody that's selling juice, hardware, they're going to start cracking down on that too.
But it's like anything else. It's like back when you used to be able to crack into your cable box and get,
Oh yeah.
they got wise to it, and that went by the wayside. Well, we had our run, and they got wise
Yep.
to it. We'll find another way to get through.
Right.
I mean, I think that's kind of part of the reason why I think Devin or somebody was telling me Brad's Auto Parts on Facebook or the Book of Faces. He's stopping with the whole sale of all vape products.
Right.
There might be
It
something behind
kind of makes you wonder what's going to happen
We
to
don't know.
Ginger Industries too.
Right.
If I had something going like that and I was at the questioning, should I keep this going? And then something like that happened.
Right.
I wouldn't announce. I wouldn't be everywhere announcing the shit. I would just say
Right.
hush and just shut it down.
Yep. Well, look how many people did shut down. You had Mike Vapes. He had his place shut down.
Yeah.
Yeah, 'cause
Billet
where he
Box
lives,
is down for the count. And all those guys are
I bet-
doing the.
Didn't Rick Tripper
Manufacturer.
down his?
I wonder this, man, because I know Mike has the money. I wonder if he wishes, and I should ask him this on ST Show, because that's the only time I ever see him really, besides him making his videos on his garage and shit, but that's not the place to do it. I'd want to ask him, like, if you could rewind time right when that shit kicked off, when they had a date for New York City where they're going to ban all flavors and shit, and you decided to shut down your business, do you wish you would have moved to Florida then and kept your business going?
Right.
He would have been, that would have been an option.
Oh, yeah.
And I'm sure he thought about that type of shit, but thinking about it and having everything, he didn't have arrangements. I mean, that's a big move, you know what I'm saying? Somewhere you've lived your whole life, then just all of a sudden just up and move.
Plus, he had family concerns. I mean, he had his
Yeah.
wife's mother was here, and he didn't want to split them up. And then, of course, we all know what happened after that. But
And just like that, me asking that question's easy for me to say now. But back in that time frame when New York City did that, that's when shit was like jumping on different states, shit was happening. You might move your operation to a whole nother state, everything, and then fucking legislation come up there to fuck you.
yeah,
Right.
I mean,
Right.
that-
It never
that's what I
happened in Florida, but you never know.
I mean, that's what I was talking to Cheryl about when, I told her, I said, since Bill Box is basically going to go to Utah because of the laws, why don't they just move over to freaking, like Virginia or some other shit? That way they can continue the sales and not have to worry about shit.
Yeah.
Maybe they love living in Utah. Yeah, I mean, maybe their
Sure.
family, they're from there. Who knows?
Yeah.
I mean, as bad as Maine is, I could not see myself moving out of here.
Right.
I don't
Yeah.
care how liberal my governor is. I don't care, really. This is my home.
Right.
Right. That comes down to a matter of choice.
Yeah.
You make a personal choice to buy what you want to buy without the need for the government to infringe on your
Yep.
rights to purchase whatever you want.
You just said it
That's
right
what it
there.
comes down to.
We just
Right.
need to cut the government out of 90% of what they got their fingers in.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Dude, I was
we
going to
realize they want to
stop
tax
here,
things.
but
and
everything was up
for
in
the-
the air on legislation. What the fuck is
Yeah.
going to happen? So
Well,
I'm sort of
the
glad
biggest
I did.
point, the biggest point, Brett, is why was there introduced legislation to begin with? You have a means of cutting back and quitting smoking, and there's dead given so many studies on it that it works. So why would you want to impede on somebody's progress to cut a bad habit out, but still get their nicotine the way it's delivered in a different system?
Right.
There's no need for cutting out all of that stuff. Now, I think it's just a matter of tax dollars and
Well, no,
control with the
you
lobbyists.
know it is, yeah, and I know it is, but it's still
Yeah.
it boggles the mind how they can still claim that. As stupid as it sounds so
Yeah,
stupid.
yeah,
You can't
Right.
have this nicotine,
Yep.
but you can have mine in a gum.
yeah.
You can't have
But
this
it's
nicotine, but you can still buy a cigarette.
right. You could go buy the gum. You could buy the patch. So what's wrong with buying e-juice? Nothing.
But
Hey,
like you
on
said,
on
go ahead.
Grumpy Old Soldiers, did you guys see Vinny's post?
No, I missed that.
I missed it.
Yeah, dude, he posted from it was coming from the people taking a look at the PMTA process with vaping.
Right.
And one of the judges said, "No, we need to do more research on this. We need to keep this going." They didn't
Yeah.
exit out, which is a good fucking thing. Yeah, and it was everything was coming from the lawyers from fuck. What's the newest advocacy organization that started many years ago? Was with Tony Abood and all them, the Vapor Technology Association.
Yeah.
It was something coming through them from the judges. He posted some shit.
There's always some shit, brother.
Well, no, that was the first good news I've seen in fuck who knows how long of any kind of good news at all. Everything's all bad.
Yep.
Oh,
Well,
shit.
it's like you take certain people that had channels before, like Walking with Mick. He's on today. How you doing, Mick? Now, they went ahead and started striking his channel, and then he ended up doing other channels, and he's succeeding with his walking videos, which is great. I recommend anybody check him out. He does some great stuff there. But here's one guy that's just for his own pleasure and enjoyment doing a vape channel. And all of a sudden, the government comes along and says, hey, we can't have that. So
Right.
they nail his channel, they cancel it. That's just wrong. You know, you got freedom of choice, freedom of expression. And in our country, in the U.S., we have First Amendment rights.
Exactly.
So how far does the government go to trounce those rights? And that shouldn't happen whether it's here or in the UK, Puerto Rico, China, anywhere. You know, why would you want to step on everybody's rights?
But that's why they're stepping on ours, because we're the last bastion. We are the only country in the world that have as many rights as we do.
Yep.
Yeah.
And we have it in writing. If they can throw that out, there's nothing to stop their new world order now.
Yeah.
I'll tell you this, in Congress are the politicians, Trump, all them, something they're tripping on. And when it first went down, it's something I tripped on because I saw the Chinese legislation. They're tripping on the fact that these disposables, China banned them where they can't be sold in China, but they're selling them in other places. That's why they're tripping on what might be in them.
Yeah.
Which is
I
understandable.
don't think that's a red flag because there's a lot of things made that you can't sell where you make it.
Right.
The red flag is China. Because just spend 10 minutes on YouTube and there's countless videos on fake food, fake this. I mean, they use gutter oil and think it's okay. They have no morals, no scruples. They would put arsenic in your vape juice if it made it taste better.
Oh yeah. Even if they put diacetyl back into the juice.
And now I'm not saying China. All right, I'm not saying every Chinese person is this crooked, this scrupulous, but I'm sorry, guys. It's like the Muslims, it's like the Jews, it's like the Christians. Every group has been gathered together, separated, and all held accountable for everybody in that group.
Yeah.
Get over this.
Yep. But you're right, no, people aren't going to get over it. And it's the truth.
But not every Jew's bad. Not every Muslim's bad. Not every Christian's bad. Not every
Right,
Catholic's
right.
bad. Okay, well, maybe I'm pushing it now.
Fuck.
Well, I
Well,
just like to pick, I like to pick on the Catholics. I mean no insult, people.
Well, the biggest thing, Jim, is let other people alone. If they're
Exactly.
not bothering you, why are you bothering them?
But that was the whole idea our founding fathers had. We are a constitutional republic, meaning
Yeah.
Brian lives in Brian's bubble. Dylan lives in Dylan's bubble. We exist. If, okay, we bump into each other. Well, I know Brian doesn't like talking about the weather, and Brian knows Dylan doesn't like talking about sports. So they're going to talk about what they had for supper last night. It's that simple.
Jim, Dylan was talking sports last night, or should I say, I was talking shit to him about sports.
Oh yeah, he
last
was hellacious.
Dude, their defense, no
see
joke.
NFL
Is
last night?
Do what?
At the Packers game, rather?
Yeah, it was the Packers game.
They stopped and they had to pray up a Charlie
Yep.
in the very beginning. Yeah.
Right.
They played that for, I don't know who it was, some senator or representative. Squawking, well, he really shouldn't be this important. Who cares? And then they showed the Packers game. They showed the fight on the floor. They showed,
he's from Wisconsin, though.
But I'm proud of the NFL because
I saw a Wisconsin thing about his death yesterday, or the day before.
Really.
But I was
Yeah,
just
so I
proud
guess
of the
he's
NFL.
originally from there, I guess. But maybe before he moved to Arizona, he was born in Wisconsin.
My biggest concern now is, say, Brett, you order X amount of VG liquid and X amount of PG liquid, then you place your order for the nicotine. What's going to happen next? Are you going to be on a list because you're ordering nicotine?
Bingo. Just like they did the moonshiners back in the day.
Yeah.
This guy ordered 100 pounds of yeast. He ain't baking bread.
Right. That's the weird part that strikes me funny is how far can they go and regulate things, and to what extent they want to go to do that. That's the scary part.
That's it.
That's why I say Trump ought to sign an executive order preventing banning of any vape products. As long as it's helping people get off the cigarettes and stay off the cigarettes, it's a viable alternative to get your nicotine.
Okay, but if you're going to live in this little fantasy world of common sense, let's just go the whole 9 yards. How about we just stop banning shit that's not proven to be bad?
Right, exactly. Just use
People
common
aren't dropping
sense.
dead from it. Shut up about it.
True.
You know, like vaping. I keep saying this. I can get online right now and I can pull up how many people died last year from lung cancer. How many people died last year from drunk driving? How many people died last year from heart disease? How many people last year died from vaping? 0. There is no statistic. There's no record of it being.
The biggest question, Jim, is how many people do you actually see walking around with a portable oxygen tank because they vaped? Nobody.
Yeah, exactly.
Nobody.
And now they're going to say, well, what about Ebola? But now you get back into the misinformation, but people aren't informed. They only hear what they hear. So they hear vaping's bad. And they hear all these horror stories, but they don't stop to say, well, wait a minute, what are we missing here?
Yeah.
Because like Jay Hayes had that one video where that woman come in from the college asking about the vape because they were testing.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah, I remember that.
And she didn't understand it was a 10-second cutoff. You don't vape at these temperatures at these times, you know?
Right.
Oh, if you're going to hate me for something, at least know what you hate me for.
Yep. Well, that's the problem with society as a whole. We rely too much on social media influence and certain people believing everything they read out there. So they have developed certain problems mentally like this
Yeah.
kid who was the active shooter. So where do we cut off or take some responsibility for what's in print and what's online too? We have to use our own common sense and good judgment so
But
that we don't promote something.
how many anvils did you drop on a neighbor kid's head? I mean, how many times did you
Yeah.
paint a scene on a rock and run into it? No, I don't agree. Nothing said, heard, seen is an excuse. You're
Right.
grown. When you reach the age of 10, you know right from wrong. You know good, bad.
Yeah.
Sorry. I don't want to hear we got to protect the kids. That's your job as a parent.
Exactly.
Nobody got my daughter in trouble as a kid. I got my daughter in trouble because I wasn't either attentive enough. I did
Right.
it wrong.
Right.
It was my job to make sure she didn't pick up cigarettes. My job to make sure she didn't sneak in the liquor cabinet. Not the schools,
Right.
not the government, certainly not Brett's or Dylan's or Brian's.
Right.
Now, see, this is where common sense plays because now you're going to say, well, some people do. Well, no, some people do because Brian, you're my neighbor. We grew up together. We've lived together 20 years. Yes, my kid fucks up. I want you to swat him. You know, you do have control.
Yep.
Because now the situation changed. Yes, I get it. It's just so vicious.
Well, a lot of it also goes back to parenting.
Dylan.
If you
I'm kicked out
treat
of
your
chat.
child with respect and you teach your child the right way, they're going to grow up respecting other people too.
But you said it, respect, not
Yeah.
friend.
Wait,
Right.
what happened,
You
Brett?
cannot try to make your kid happy all the time. You can't.
Exactly.
I'm trying to answer Neil, and it says you've been placed in timeout by the owner of this video or a moderator. Edit.
Oh,
strategy.
Nightbot. Nightbot probably did it.
Nightbot did it.
Fucking
Blame
Nightbot.
Nightbot.
Nightbot did it.
Well, it just goes back to I'm in a freeze situation. There we go.
Yeah, I can't. Wow,
Well,
I can't.
it also goes back to even YouTube attacking the vape shows for one. Okay, we're not promoting the sale of a product. We're not putting links into the description of the titles.
Well, why should that matter?
Yeah, and it shouldn't matter. It really shouldn't.
As my father says, you all can beat my kid.
But I agree that like YouTube should be age restricted.
Yes.
Yeah.
Okay, but anything in the 18 or above, you should be able to go on there and say whatever you want that's legal.
Yep.
Exactly.
Okay, now I'm telling you, you can't go on there and show me how to mix meth because it's not legal.
Right.
Get that through your head. It's not. We're not restricting you as a platform. I'm restricting you because it's illegal.
Right.
Bingo. So for you to have a vape show, me to have a show about my drugs, it's legal here. I should be able to do what I want on my channel. It's up to you as the viewer to go, I don't like him. Block. Get rid of it. Don't watch it.
Yeah. Well, you got First Amendment rights there, Jim.
No,
That's where
not really. Think about
that's
it.
where I disagree with YouTube's policies because of the simple fact they're playing politics is what they're doing.
Well, that's what I'm saying because I mean, yes, we got the First Amendment, but do we really? Because our only outlet is YouTube, Rumble. Yes, there are others. There are other platforms, but they're nowhere near as resourceful as this one. I can find any video I want. God hate me for needing YouTube because I hate YouTube.
Right, but and Jim, check this though. Since we're on the topic of First Amendment rights, and I shouldn't be talking about this shit on fucking YouTube, but there's this one girl, right, likes to fucking talk about drama, because everything has to be fucking about her.
This one girl.
Fucking every time something bad apparently happens to this person, right?
Yeah.
Oh, poor me, this, that, and the third. Every time, we myself or somebody else explains to this person, like, listen, don't take it to social media. Come to one of your friends who cares about you. Vent, hear them out. So we'll listen to you, whatever. No, this person goes to social media, whatever. Then when we tell her, like, listen, enough. Everybody's tired of hearing about the situation between you and somebody else.
Right.
Like, then after we explain this to her, and then she stops, she's like, oh, well, you guys are just trying to silence me. It's my First Amendment right. Okay, you said this was your First Amendment right like 20 fucking times. Shut the fuck up about it at this point.
Dylan, you got to remember something. Some people like drama, so they like to cause controversy. But there's also some people who feel like they've been sheltered in, and those are the people that have physical problems, whether it's mental or a drug addiction or whatever the case is. But they got to remember, other people can point them in the right direction to go get the help they need.
Right, as my father says, you go watch breastfeeding videos, but not a video of someone sucking on a vape.
Yeah, that's what it comes down to.
But yeah, like literally, like, go ahead, Brett.
Oh, something that Jim talked about, man, that I can see in the foreseeable future happening. You said something about making meth. You can't make videos of that. I know this. If they keep hitting those fucking warehouses and the war with the cartels and shit, shutting off the meth trade because all that ice and shit they were fucking bringing over here, making and bringing over here, man, that cut off all the bikers making dope. It's going to go back to the fucking bikers making dope.
Yeah,
I mean, I can see that.
At least it's in country.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, that's why they call it crank.
Oh yeah.
Right.
Yeah. In the crank case.
Yep.
But hey, Jim, I know we normally save this for Wednesday, but do you have a joke?
Do I have a joke? Let me think.
I know one of the options is me, but we've already had enough jokes about me during Wednesdays.
No, I had a good one. I'll just skip my mind. Hang on. I'll think of it. Oh, what the hell was that joke I was going to tell Wednesday?
I'm just waiting for a perfect little Johnny joke.
Oh, you want a little Johnny joke?
Yeah. I haven't heard one in a while.
Okay, little Johnny. He goes over to the neighbor's house, knocks on the door. Dad answers. He says, can I talk to you, Mr. Phillips? Mr. Phillips thinks he's kind of cute. He says, okay, come on in. They get him into the den. Sits down and says, what can I do for you, Johnny? Well, Johnny says, I want to talk to you about your daughter's hand in marriage. He goes, but Johnny, you're only 12. What are you going to do for money? He goes, well, I make $10 a week in allowance, and she makes $15 a week in allowance. And so far, we can make that stretch. And Father thinks it's cute, and he just kind of strings it along a little bit. He says, well, have you thought about where you're going to live? He goes, well, we were going to live with my folks, but her room is bigger, so we thought that if you thought it was okay, we'd just move into her room. He goes, okay, the kid's thinking. He goes, well, what about kids? Well, Johnny says, well, we've been lucky so far.
Fuck.
That reminds me of the guy that goes to the doctor. He complains to the doctor. He says, Doc, every time that I sneeze, I feel this exuberant feeling of sexual gratification. He said, but that's becoming a problem in public. And the doctor asked him, he said, sir, what have you been taking for it? He says, pepper.
Oh, shit.
Drunk staggers onto the bus, stinking and reeking of booze, and he's plopped himself right down next to a priest. The priest is kind of annoyed, but he goes on and he's reading his paper. Pretty soon the drunk looks over and says, excuse me, Father. He goes, yeah. He goes, what causes arthritis? He goes, well, I'll tell you, son, arthritis is caused by loose living. Women, wine, drugs, living on the street. He says, guaranteed. He goes, why do you ask? He says, I shouldn't have been so short with you. He says, why do you ask? Thinking, the guy's got arthritis, and he just snubbed him. He goes, oh, I was just reading on your paper there that the Pope has arthritis.
What's your dog's name, Brett?
This is Ruby, and the other one's Romeo. They're brother and sister.
Oh, that's cool.
Who's a pretty dog? Ruby's a pretty dog.
Get to bed, man.
I know my dog Odie. He would love her. About the same size.
Every time Brian says his dog's name, I think of Garfield, the fat ass orange cat.
Oh yeah. He's got a distinct personality all of his own.
That's what I like about dogs. Ain't two the same.
Right.
Yeah, they've been wanting to say hi the whole time.
But anyways, ladies and gentlemen, catch me and Jim on Chuck's show every single Wednesday. Check me, Brian, and Brad out every single Thursday. Only reason why we did it today, I was traveling yesterday to get to where I'm at now. But stay tuned for next week. Hey, and who knows? Hopefully you'll see Jim on next week.
One question.
Yes.
Is the show only an hour now?
Yeah.
Okay.
I can't do. I can't keep doing 2-3 hour streams.
Okay,
yeah,
right.
That's a long time.
Yeah. But anyways, later, everybody.
You have
Have
knitting
a
to
good
get.
day, everybody. Thanks for joining in.
Because we are the ones random live with butter and friends. Let's go.